Welcome to Financials with Ahawo. Thank you so much for making time to listen to our Financial Wellness Conversations podcast. There is so much to learn. We're in a new series and we're talking about portfolio growth. And we have taken a pause to get to talk to someone who is thinking about how she's going to build her portfolio. We have a guest. She's representative of Africa, and I will invite her to tell us a bit about herself. Welcome.
Thank you so much. My name is Aliyah. I'm from Uganda, and I'm so happy to be part of this channel.
You've heard she's from where? So Ugandans, give us some love. East Africans, give us some love. Thank you so much for making time to join us, Aliyah. It's truly an honor to have you. So I have some questions to make this a bit interactive, and feel free to share as your heart desires. So you did one of our financial wellness workshops. What motivated you?
First of all, I met Patricia and she got to tell me about Financials with Ahawo, and I joined in November last year, and I also subscribed to the channel. So what motivated me was just the fact that I'm in a very crucial time of my life. So I just wanted to know more about my money, how to use it, and just to learn more about it, because no one gets to teach us about what to do with it, how to invest with it. So I took it as a very important and amazing opportunity to do. Yes.
Wow. Aliyah is winning. We have another question for Aliyah. So being a young African woman, do you think living in financial wellness is a game changer for you? And why?
Yes, I think it is, because with all that's happening in this world, we're faced with negative forces as young women. And I think it's important because it teaches you to be independent, it teaches you to be patient and to live within your means. You know how to use your money, you're not caught off guard. You know what you can do and what you can't do. You even know how to get this money in the right way. So it's just teaching us to be more conscious of how we use our money and not to be in competition with all these earthly things. So yes, I think it's important.
Hey, we've moved Aliyah from bronze to silver. Another question I'm sure our viewers have is, as you did the workshop, what were some of your aha moments, your highlights? What did you hear us talk about and you're like, and you'd love to share with them?
I think it's the fact of knowing that I don't have enough time. When you're young, you're like, oh, I'll save later, I'll invest later, I'll get to know about my money later. And also knowing that even the little that you have can make a difference. At first, you're like, I don't have a job. What am I going to do? How is this money going to help me? But as we were going through mostly the spreadsheets to know how much you're earning, how much you're bringing in, how much you're spending, it actually allowed me to realize that even simple things as doing groceries for school, it's something important. It's something that I should track. So knowing that I'm not too young to save, to invest, to know more of the next steps. So yes, and knowing that the most important thing is knowing that you never have too little.
Yeah.
Yes, money is money and you can do so much with it. So yes.
You never have too little. Wisdom by Aliyah. You never have too little. So, what has changed in your life after the sessions?
After the sessions and realizing that I'm never too young, I got to save more, because when you're like, should I call it guilty spending?
Yes.
Your parents give you money and you're like, oh, okay, I've saved this, but I can use it for something else, even things that you don't need, just the fact that you have money. But now I can save more. I know how much to expect, how much to spend. I even know, oh, I can do this instead of doing this. So it just taught me to be more financially aware with my money. And it has also actually allowed my parents to see how much I've grown with how I'm using the money. Not just, oh, because you're young, you're spending it in all these useless things. So just knowing how to use my money, what to do with it, and saving it most importantly, because you never know what you're going to use it for. Life keeps on changing. So saving it, I think that has been the most important thing, learning how to save and knowing that, like I said, it's never too little.
Did you bring anyone along your journey, or did you do it alone?
I'm doing it with my sister after the sessions. We actually used to take them together. She used to listen. So yes, we decided to save together. We have a saving box, so we do it together. We save together. So yes, I'm glad to be sharing it, and I hope we shall share it with even more people.
There's room to grow and not to grow alone. And allow me to tell you a fun fact about saving in Uganda as we give Aliyah a moment to take a breather. They have wooden saving boxes. Kenyans, we are used to the metal ones. They have wooden saving boxes for equivalent of 20 shillings. I told Aliyah, you need to bring those here. Kenyans need them. So that's a fun fact about just how Aliyah has been able to implement something into her own life, and she's building up with it and not doing it on her own. So we have another question for you, Aliyah. Do you see the value of growing in financial wellness from the lens of your faith in God?
Yes, I do, because first of all, talk about trusting in the Lord with all your heart. So when He gives you this money, He's the one that He has given you this money. So why are you trying to use your own understanding to spend this money? So I think it has built my trust with God, because when I'm given this money, the first thing you're going to do is thank Him, and also allow Him to work through you to spend this money wisely, because you can do so much if you don't commit this money to God. So I think it's very important, because it also teaches us patience. It also allows us to know, should I say, to know how much. Actually, it helps you to appreciate more when you get this money, mostly when you've worked hard for it. It allows you to appreciate it more, and also just to be thankful, because even I'll just use Ugandan shillings. Even something as 500 Ugandan shillings, someone doesn't have it, but God has given it to you. And if He has given it to you as surplus and you can save it, so why don't you thank Him? Because someone just needs it to spend it. So I think it's very important to apply faith and your trust in God during your financial wellness, because you never know what you can do if you don't put everything through Him. So yes, it's very important.
Yeah, so true, so true. Interesting. The first time I went to Uganda, I was surprised by a 500 shillings note. Then I do the quick conversion, and it's equivalent to 20 shillings in Kenya, which is a coin, you know? And it's so true. Like when you look at the value today, and probably for someone who's thinking even in bigger currencies, in dollars, in anything, it's probably in dirhams. It's such a small amount, but it's such a big thing to remember that God is interested in those small amounts. If you want to journey with Him, bring Him in. There are many times I find myself spending even 5 shillings. Then I hear the Holy Spirit, Patricia, like it's 5 shillings. It's like, no, I want to be involved in your journey. And that's amazing for you, Aliyah. So as we close, we said we would not keep Aliyah here for too long. We won't harass her too much. As we close, what would you like to share with us?
First of all, I'd like to thank Patricia for the opportunity to learn more about financial wellness, because if it wasn't for her, she said actually, if it wasn't for God, because the way we met, we didn't plan it. And yes, she allowed me to be part of this. So if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have gotten all these lessons that we lack mostly in Uganda, that are either too expensive or are not even there. Even the fact that I'm a lady. So I'd like to thank Patricia for the opportunity, and I just want to encourage the young people that it's never too late. It's never too late to know more how to use your money. It's never too late to invest. It's never too late to save. And for the girl child, you shouldn't think that you're too dumb not to know. You should be aware of how to use your money, how to spend it. You should track it. It's not something that's gender specific. So yes.
Thank you. You're winning. We've given you platinum. Just carry it to Uganda with you. So I could share a bit more about the financial wellness sessions. We usually have them online, and that is how Alia was able to meet. We have them every other month. We've already had 2 sessions for 2026. That's January and March. And we still have 4 more to go for the rest of the year. And we have them in the morning or in the evening on the weekend. So your schedule specifically on Saturday, so your schedule can align. You can make time for just an hour and a half and come and receive this knowledge. Then we also will avail tools to you that you can put into practice. So the templates that Alia has been talking about are something that you can be able to use and apply, and apps and all these things that are interesting for your journey. So we also want to give a big shout out and thank you to Uganda for giving us Alia, and to also her sister who has joined the journey. That's a whole generation that we have been able to influence, and we thank God for it. It's been amazing. Thank you. It's Ahawo.